time. Give Thanksgiving her moment. I now host 2 different YouTube shows. What the fuck? Shout out to FAFO. What are we doing? Apparently 2 YouTube shows. And consider this your quarterly reminder. I can fight. And I will if I need to. Okay? That's right. Don't think I didn't see some of those comments on the Thirst Trap Garage Beer posted of my husband for his birthday. Let's start here. Garage Beer, we have beef. Cut that shit out. You knew what you were doing. I respect it. I do want to shout out to the real ones who have clearly heard my warnings, like at Hummingbird Cake, who said, I'm going to bite my tongue before I say something that makes Kylie come beat my ass. Way to recognize. Because you know I would. Someone else said, happy birthday to Jason and congratulations to Kylie. Thank you. Women supporting women. You know we love that around here. I do just want to restate as the reminder, clear as day, so there is no confusion. That's mine. Yep. When you see my husband, you should hear my voice like the Finding Nemo seagulls. Mine, 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 mine. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Coming up on today's episode, apparently I was the subject of an I don't think so, honey, on the Las Culturistas podcast. And I'm absolutely honored. I'm going to talk about that as well as what it takes to be an absolutely elite aunt or uncle in Doomscroll of the Week. I also had absolutely no business hosting a panel with Malala in Philly, but I'm so excited they let me do it anyway. And you know, I got her to say go birds. After that, I'm going to be joined by the 3-time WNBA champion and league MVP, the greatest in the world, A'ja Wilson. I just short-circuited because of how amazing the interview was. And still, I'm crashing out about it. Just another person I had no business speaking to. Okay. But first, let's get into Real One comments of the week. We've got quite a few comments like this one in last week's Disney episode. An entire podcast where Kylie didn't swear? Crying laughing face. How hard was that? 2 crying laughing faces. P.S. That sign off? Excellent. Well, I'm glad you guys picked up on that. I was saying that I was going to do one episode that was swear-free, the entire thing, dedicated to Big Ed. For those of you who don't know, Big Ed is my father. He is the only person that I make a conscious effort not to say the F word in front of, well, him and other people's children. So I did say for a long time that that was going to be my one swear-free episode, was going to be a shout out to Big Ed. So shout out to Big Ed. We did it. Now we're done. We did it, and we can move on from not swearing, because I do understand that it is a family-friendly place, and we probably shouldn't freely drop the F-bomb there. But sometimes when you see something magical, you're just like, fuck, that was cool, you know? Probably can't keep that in. We'll see. And our next Real One comment is actually Real One artwork. Big Ed said, not my Big Ed, a different Big Ed, said, I made a fun FAFO Christmas ornament modeled after the Love artwork in Philly. Think at NGL with Kylie will like it? Easy answer here. Fuck yeah. That's outstanding. That's a great Christmas ornament. Really gets you into the holiday spirit. Okay, I need this for the NGL set when we start decorating our Japanese maple as a Christmas tree. Big Ed, please make sure to check your DMs, because someone is going to slide into them on my behalf. That's it for Real One comments of the week. Moving on, let's get right into Doomscroll of the Week, brought to you by Peloton. Check out the new cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com. All right, first up on Doomscroll, TikToker Kay McVeigh shared this video of her son calling his aunt about a bad grade he got in school, and she had the most peak aunt response ever for her nephew. Queen Emma, the clip, please. It says, my son calling my sister to see if she would sign a paper with a bad grade.
Really quick. So I got a really bad grade on a test today, and I was wondering if you could sign my mom's signature, because she doesn't like, I don't want her to see it because, like, I'm really scared that I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yep.
Alright, so can I, like, ride my bike over?
Yep.
I'm so happy. Alright, thank you. I'm on my way.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah. Or as she said, yep. That, outstanding. First of all, the prompt response. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I love this so much. Your aunts and uncles are supposed to be safe space. They're supposed to be the family that's just removed enough that they can kind of get behind the chaos that ensues. I love this so much. If I currently have my 3 nieces that I call my nieces, they're a family friend that are close enough that I feel they are my nieces. I also have true blood related 2 nieces, 1 nephew that I am grateful enough to have in my life. If any of them called me, my nieces are teenagers. If any of them called me, I mean, if they called me for a ride at 1 a.m., if they called me to sign a test, if they called me for anything, I'd be like, drop a pin. Give me 10 minutes. And that's 10 minutes to get to you, not 10 minutes until I leave my house. 10 minutes. No questions asked. I do believe that I do believe Uncle Trav would do this. I think Uncle Trav wouldn't think twice. It would be difficult to get it to him. But by then there might be like virtual signature for these test situations. And if that is the case, Uncle Trav, I guarantee you will sign it to send back to school. I know that for a fact. And I know that because I think there's 2 layers to this. Will they sign it? Maybe 3 layers. Will they sign it? How much of a priority is it? And are they going to tell the parents? My answer, will I sign it? Yes. How quickly am I going to get this done? Is it a priority? Top priority. It's going back to school with you tomorrow. Even if you call me, 9:30 at night. Okay? 3rd, I'm not telling nobody. What happened? Who? That's not I didn't do that. I didn't sign that. I don't know what I didn't even receive a phone call. I don't know what you're talking about. Get it? So, call Aunt Kai. She'll take care of it. My little nieces and nephews, you know who you are. Give Aunt Kai a call. I'll take care of it. Take care of it real quick. Yeah. To be clear, you're still going to have that grade, but I will sign it. I'm not going to be the aunt that's like, you shouldn't be giving them. No, you earn that grade. C's get degrees. How do you think I graduated? Next up on Doomscroll, we're talking about practice. That's right. World Cup champion Abby Wambach was on the Today Show and shared her thoughts on parents attending their kids' sports practices. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
Do not go to practice.
Oh, practice.
Drop your kids off.
Yeah.
If they're young, walk them to the practice. Go get in your car, sit in your car, play on your phone, do whatever you want to do. Read a book, go for a walk,
run. Yeah.
but do not go to the practice. This is a time for your kids to play, to not be looking over their shoulders. Also, give parents their life back a little bit.
That's true.
Come on.
Amen.
I cannot agree with this more. Don't go to, what are you doing? Don't go to practice. Do not go to practice. The practice is set up to prepare them for gameplay, right? They're there to play. They're there to sort it out. They're there to learn new skills. They're there to focus on their teammates and the coach. I love the idea of roll up, drop your kids off, tell them to have a great practice. If you want to stick around in the parking lot, fine. But it shouldn't be, it should be clear to your child that you are not involved in their practice. You know what's cool? When they come to you after practice and they get in the car and you can say, what did you work on today? What did you learn? How did that go? What did you like the best? It's more ways to talk to your kids. But being there, also as if what are you going to do? Pop in and coach too? No, go sit in your car. Cut that out. Don't do that. They're at practice. Let them go and play. Like Abby said, Let them go play. That's why they're there. We are not quite to an age yet where our kids are doing organized sports without parents. We currently we've started soccer. When they do other practices, they've done gymnastics. During gymnastics, I have tried to sit down so that they can't see me. Why I didn't like that, because it was more of a, you're not going to leave me, right? We were still able to talk about what was happening afterwards. And whenever she looked at me, I was like, stop looking at me, focus on what you're doing. And the one time I actually told her in the car, hey, if you keep looking over at me during practice, I will go and sit in a place where you can't see me because I'm not involved in your practice. You have to focus on your coach. And last scroll, it's been brought to my attention that I was featured in an iconic Las Culturistas podcast segment called I Don't Think So, Honey. I have not seen this yet, so you're seeing my reaction in real time. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
I don't think so, honey. Kylie kelce is his wife. I thought she was their sister.
That's on you.
I thought Kylie kelce was Travis and Jason's sister, and here's what happened. So I was leaving a hotel, and I walked past this girl, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Kylie kelce. She's about 5'6". And I say to Melissa, I'm like, I think that was Kylie kelce. She goes, no, she's tall. And I go, right, because that family is tall. And I go about my life thinking that's their sister who has a podcast. That's so disrespectful towards another podcaster. I don't think so, honey. I need to know this. Like, pop culture is supposed to be something I know about, and it's something I should know about other podcasters. Kylie, I'm sorry I disrespected. Please come on the pod.
I have so many thoughts. First of all, the fact that you said my name one time, humbling experience. The fact that you said it multiple times is actually tripping me out. You said my name. What? Okay. Next, I do appreciate that it was not that you think that we look like siblings. That I don't think that point was made anywhere in your minute of your segment, which I can appreciate, because that would have freaked me out. I love his desire to not disrespect a fellow podcaster, if we're calling me that. I know that, to be clear, I know I have a podcast. I would not describe myself as a podcaster because I think that's insulting to other podcasters. I would love to go on Las Culturistas. Maybe we can have Bowen and Matt on NGL sometime. Maybe you guys want to come over here and chit chat. I will say, I think since Jennifer Lawrence is sitting in your guest seat, first of all, dragging her into the mess that is that segment with me involved, I'm so sorry to her that my name or any thoughts about me wasted your time. I would like this to end in an apology from me. I don't think so, honey, me. I don't think so, honey, that I should take up any space in your brain, and I'm sorry that I wasted it. Also, I would just like to point out that to be fair, say this all the time. Kylie kelce, not a great name. It's not a great name. So I would just like to point out that you thought that I was given that name from birth. Kylie kelce. No. Nope. I'm a McDevitt that fell face first into the Kelce last name. So I swiped my way into that one. Oh God, that's bad. All right, that does it for Doomscroll of the Week, brought to you by Peloton. Moving on, a brand new edition of Places Kylie Has No Business Being. Recently, I had the pleasure of having absolutely no business hosting a panel for Malala on her Finding My Way book tour stop in Philly, and it was tremendous. It was incredible. My initial reaction to hearing that Malala wanted me to moderate was disbelief. That's the easiest way to say it. I had some words about it full disclosure, I said, are you fucking kidding me? You're kidding. You're joking. That's a joke. You're kidding me. I read Malala's first book, I Am Malala, when I was in college. our school had a very deeply rooted emphasis on what they called engagement for the common good. And there was a lot of looking at international affairs and what was happening across the globe and different social justice issues, so that we could find a deeper understanding for them. And Malala was part of those conversations because of her emphasis on women in Arab countries seeking their education. And because of that, when I got the email asking if I would be interested, I could not compute that. So I said yes, and then proceeded to get very, very nervous about making sure that I was going to live up to an expectation that I think comes along with Malala's professionalism, her intelligence, her wit, all of it. And she was incredible. I'm so grateful to Malala. It was so amazing to meet her and her husband and her entire team. I'm so grateful that they thought that I was qualified to do this. It was incredible. And at the end of the day, we got her to say "Go Birds."
Did say if you didn't have an answer, you could say "Go Birds!"
Yeah. We got a chance to chat before we went out onto stage, and I did compliment her on her usage of green attire, and then proceeded to tell her that if there was ever a lull or a question that was a little too open-ended, feel free to hit them with a "Go Birds," and you'll have them right back on your side. She didn't even need it, obviously, because every time someone asked a question, she was right on it, gave an outstanding response. And we also closed out the show in the only way Philly knows how. That's right, bringing the people together. It's beautiful. What, talk about unity, you know, bringing the people together. And all of this, like I said, we got to spend time beforehand backstage. I did spend some of that time convincing her to come to an Eagles game. So now that she's said "Go Birds" and practiced an Eagles chant.
Travis Kelce, whose legend on the field has already been cemented, found himself trading roaring stadium crowds for the electric pulse of New York City. And in the process, he revealed a side of his life few ever get to witness. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end is known for his dazzling plays and unshakable confidence under pressure. But as the city's skyline stretched out before him and autumn leaves swirled down Manhattan's avenues, Kelce was just another person savoring a rare moment of freedom. A man in love, and a traveler seeking the thrill of anonymity. This wasn't just any trip either. It was a week off from the relentless grind of the NFL, a precious bye week that players covet but often fill with family obligations or simple rest at home. Not Kelce, for someone who thrives on challenge and energy. New York was the perfect playground, and this time, his partner in adventure was global superstar Taylor Swift. Together, they carved out an escape that blurred the line between celebrity and everyday bliss. And the city, with all its secrets and possibilities, became their backdrop. It started simply enough, Kelce told his brother Jason on their hit podcast. New heights that he just wanted to put his feet up and take in the city's electricity. But the reality was much more cinematic. He wandered through hidden taverns where no paparazzi dared to intrude, met up with old friends, and made new ones at places like Puffy's Tavern. A place known for its unpretentious charm and regulars with stories to tell. With Summit and other friends by his side, Kelce's laughter echoed off brick walls, and his worries about playbooks and defensive lines faded into the night. What made this city escape so magnetic was not just the lure of freedom, but the chemistry between Kelce and Swift, whose mere presence together seemed to alter the atmosphere of every room they entered. A couple was spotted at the Polo Club, savoring dinner in a world where privacy is prized even more than the food. And later, they slipped into Zero Bond, A lounge so secretive, its clientele could include anyone from movie stars to moguls, and no one would ever know. Inside, the rules are simple. What happens at Zero Bond stays at Zero Bond. Yet, as fate would have it, a few lucky patrons saw the pair in their element. Among them was Jason Tartick, a former Bachelorette contestant who watched, captivated, as Taylor Swift, her signature red lipstick in place. A new glittering ring on her finger commanded, the room not with diva theatrics but with a warmth and presence that drew people in like gravity. Tartick was so taken that he shared his impressions on Instagram, describing Swift's ability to make everyone feel like they were the center of her universe, a trait even more disarming than her chart-topping hits. His favorite moment? When Swift, mischievous and utterly unpretentious, drained her drink and, with a sly smile, reached over to take a generous gulp from Kelce's glass. In that instant, all the trappings of fame and fortune melted away, leaving only a couple enjoying a night out, savoring stolen moments before the world's demands came rushing back. For Kelce, the escape wasn't just about fun, but about recharging his soul. 13 seasons in the NFL take a toll, and he admitted to Jason that breaking free from the regimented routine was essential. While some teammates kept close to home, Kelce chased the city's buzz, soaking up the changing seasons and the sense of possibility that comes from being somewhere new and unknown. The bye week was more than just a pause in the football calendar. It was a chance to reset, to remember who he is outside the game, and to fall even more for the woman by his side. Meanwhile, fans watched from afar, piecing together glimpses of the couple's escapade from grainy photos and whispered accounts. The intrigue wasn't just about celebrity sightings or flashy rings, but about witnessing two people at the top of their worlds finding ways to remain grounded and connected, even as the spotlight threatened to swallow them whole. As the week drew to a close and Kelce prepared to return to Arrowhead Stadium, the echoes of New York's energy lingered. He'd go back to chasing touchdowns and playoff dreams, but something in him had shifted. The city had offered him anonymity, adventure, and a reminder that life's greatest plays are often the ones made off the field, hand in hand with someone who understands that even legends need to get away. And as the NFL's final playoff push loomed, fans couldn't help but wonder what stories would Kelce and Swift write next, and where would their next adventure take them. The city may never tell, but the world will certainly be watching.